Welcome to the Digital Hustle Podcast. It's great to have you here. Before we jump into today's topic, if you're someone who's interested in what might be the easiest way to turn just 15 minutes a day into a potential $200 to $800 daily, I've got something for you. Just check out the first link in the description below. Okay, so today we're diving deep into the world of low-content publishing. Things like journals, planners, and especially puzzle books. We're going to be breaking down a specific tool that's been making some noise, called the Word Fill-In Profit Machine. It claims to automate the entire creation process for these puzzle books. So let's pull back the curtain and see what this is all about.
Right out of the gate, the people behind this tool hit you with this powerful statement. I mean, think about that. They're telling you to stop looking at these as simple games people play to pass the time. Instead, they want you to see them for what they could be, a real, tangible financial opportunity. This quote really sets the tone, shifting the whole conversation from just a fun hobby to a serious business model in the digital marketplace. So what's all the fuss about? Well, according to the source material, we are smack in the middle of a massive publishing wave, specifically for word fill-in puzzle books. They're not just a little trend. They're describing it as a full-blown gold rush, especially on platforms like Amazon KDP. And if you're not familiar, KDP is Kindle Direct Publishing. It's Amazon's platform that lets literally anyone upload and sell their own books to millions of customers worldwide. It's a huge deal. Now, the appeal here is really a two-way street, which is what makes it so interesting. On one side, you've got the customers. In a world where we're all glued to our screens 24/7, people are actively looking for a break. They want something relaxing, something engaging, something, well, screen-free. And these puzzles hit that sweet spot perfectly. Then you flip the coin. For the sellers, this massive customer demand, as the source points out, is translating directly into real, actual profits. We're talking about books that are climbing the bestseller lists, which suggests a market that isn't just active, it's actually growing. And just to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about, the source material boils it down to one single word: thousands. This isn't just a handful of good reviews. They're pointing to thousands of 5-star ratings from genuinely happy buyers. This is the kind of social proof that paints a really clear picture of significant market demand. It tells you there's real momentum here. Okay, so you're probably thinking, if the demand is so high and the profits are there, why isn't everybody doing this? And that's a great question. This brings us right to the core problem that this whole system is designed to solve: the painful, tedious, and frustrating reality of trying to create these puzzle books from scratch. Let's take a look at what that process actually looks like, according to the pitch. And that's the big question, isn't it? It sounds like such a cool idea in theory. You see the trend, you see the opportunity, you think, hey, I can do that. But the argument here is that the second you actually sit down and try to make one of these puzzle books yourself, you're in for a rude awakening. The reality is a whole different beast. And this right here, this is the breakdown of that nightmare. It's not just one big, difficult task. Oh no. It's a series of small, frustrating steps that just pile up. First, you have to brainstorm hundreds, if not thousands of words. Then you have to meticulously, one by one, place each word into a grid, making sure nothing overlaps incorrectly. You have to check for mistakes constantly. After all that, you have to create a separate, perfectly accurate answer key. And once that's all done, you still have to handle all the professional formatting to make it look like a real book. Each and every one of these steps is described as being incredibly time-consuming and just riddled with potential for errors. This quote really hits home because it captures the emotional side of this struggle. The manual process isn't just a technical challenge. The source frames it as a motivation killer. It's designed to be so discouraging, so draining, that most people who start just give up. Their brilliant idea for a puzzle book ends up sitting on their hard drive collecting digital dust because the process itself just completely crushes their enthusiasm. So after laying out this massive roadblock, this huge barrier to entry, the narrative takes a sharp turn. It pivots directly to the solution. It introduces a system that was specifically designed to eliminate that entire manual struggle. The key? Automation. Let's dive into how it's supposed to work. This slide does a fantastic job of showing the night and day difference. On the left, you have the old school hustle. It's a grind. You're counting grid cells, you're copying and pasting words one at a time, risking sloppy mistakes, and spending hours, maybe even days on a single page. But then look at the right side. Next level automation. Upload a list, pick a layout, hit create. That's it. The whole value proposition is right there. It's about transforming a process that takes hours of painful work into something that literally takes seconds.
So what is the word fill-in profit machine exactly? Well, the source defines it as a complete, all-in-one system. And this is important. It's not just a piece of software. It's a combination of the powerful puzzle generation tool and step-by-step video training to walk you through the entire process. The idea is to take you from creation all the way to publishing with no design skills needed whatsoever. Okay, so that's the what, but now let's get into the how. Because any tool is only as good as its workflow, right? If it's complicated and confusing, it doesn't matter how powerful it is. The source material breaks the entire process down into just 4 simple, distinct steps. Let's walk through them right now. The process is presented as being just unbelievably straightforward. Step 1, you upload your word list. You can either bring your own or use the list of 1,000 words they give you to get started instantly. How cool is that? Step 2, you customize your page. You pick from popular book sizes, you set the grid difficulty, you make it your own. Step 3 is where the magic happens. You click one button, create, and the puzzle page is just there. It's generated instantly. And finally, step 4, you download your ready-to-go files. It really seems that simple. By the way, if you're finding this breakdown valuable, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed to the Digital Hustle podcast. It really helps the channel out and you won't miss our next deep dive. Now, this point right here might seem a little technical, but trust me, it is a huge deal. The output is designed for professionals right from the start. All the downloads are in 2K resolution. For anyone in self-publishing, you know that high resolution is absolutely essential. It's the difference between a puzzle book with clean, sharp lines that looks amazing and one with blurry, pixelated grids that just screams amateur. This feature is all about making sure your final printed book looks polished and high quality. So we know the tool makes great-looking puzzles quickly. But beyond that core function, this is presented as a complete toolkit for anyone who wants to become a publisher. So now we're going to open up the virtual box and take a look at all the different components that are reportedly included when you get the full package. And this is the million-dollar question for anyone who's considering a tool like this, right? It's not just about what the software can do. It's about what else comes with it. What are the resources? What's the support system like? What do you get that will actually help you build a real business around this? The whole package is broken down into 5 key elements. First, of course, you get the puzzle generator tool itself. Second, you get a step-by-step video course to make sure you know exactly what you're doing. Third, that starter list of 1,000 words so you can get going right away. Fourth, and this is a big one, a full commercial license. And fifth, you get access to a dedicated support team. It really is framed as an all-in-one business-in-a-box type of solution. Okay, I want you to pay close attention to this part, because for any digital hustler, this is absolutely crucial. The full commercial license. What does that mean? It means anything you create with this tool is 100% yours. You can sell your puzzle books on Amazon, on Etsy, on your own website, wherever you want. And you keep all of the profits. The source material mentions no royalties, no hidden fees. This is a critical detail for anyone who's serious about building a real sustainable business. And when it's all said and done, it comes back to this one single promise. The whole story we followed, from seeing the huge market opportunity to feeling the frustration of the manual process, it all leads right here. The word fill-in profit machine positions itself as the ultimate shortcut. It's the bridge that closes the gap between just having an idea and having a tangible published product that's actually out there selling. And this really leaves us with a bigger question to think about. As incredible tools like this become more powerful and more accessible to everyone, what does that mean for the future of publishing? Does automation like this level the playing field for independent creators everywhere, or does it just change the rules of the game? It's a fascinating thought. If this breakdown has you intrigued, and this sounds like the kind of shortcut you've been looking for in your own digital hustle, I've gone ahead and put the direct link to check out the word fill-in profit machine for yourself right down in the description below. Thanks for tuning in to the Digital Hustle podcast, and I'll catch you in the next one.